Serena Williams, a powerful figure in sports history, is strong and brave. But now, her life has taken a sad turn she didn't expect. Alexis, her husband, has been there for her through every win and loss in court. Now, though, he's leaving. A report they didn't expect. Something they can't change. The love story that began in Rome is now going through its toughest part. What did they find out? What's next for Serena? It's a surprise that goes beyond the court. Serena Jamaica Williams was born in Saginaw, Michigan, on September 26, 1981. Her parents are Oracene Price and Richard Williams. Venus is her older sister and tennis partner. She is the youngest of her sisters, and she also has 4 half-sisters. Serena has a number of step-siblings through her dad. The kids were still young when they moved to Compton, California, with their family. It was in Compton that Serena picked up a tennis ball for the first time, when she was only 4 years old. Her father, Richard, taught her at home and cared a lot about her and Venus's tennis training. Serena got advice from someone else from Compton besides her father, Richard Williams, as well. She made this move so she could train at Rick Massey's famous gymnasium. He wanted to take things slowly, so they wouldn't get tired before they were ready to become professionals. Racism that Richard and his girls faced at these tournaments also played a role in his decision. Things changed when I was 16. Serena started to win. She and Max Murney won the mixed doubles title at Wimbledon and the US Open. She won 2 more events that year and also won a doubles title with Venus in Oklahoma City. Venus and Serena promised not to play at Indian Wells in 2001. Venus pulled out of a semifinal because she was hurt, and fans booed Serena because they thought their father was fixing the match, which was not true. The event was unpleasant. They said they would never come back, and they kept that promise for 14 years. Serena Williams has won all 4 major titles, but not all in the same year. She won the Australian Open. There is no doubt that Serena beat Venus in all 4 Grand Slam finals. As hard as things were in her personal life, she was at the top of her game. When her parents split up, she had to deal with it. Her half-sister also died suddenly. Even though she hurt her knees and wasn't in great shape, she kept doing well and won her second Australian Open in 2005. Tennis stars Serena and Venus won an Olympic pairs title in 2008. Soon after, Serena won her 3rd US Open title. She had already won Wimbledon and 3 of the last 4 majors. Serena tried to defend her 2008 title and make it to the US Open semifinals, where she played a wild card player named Kim Clijsters, who had won the title in 2005. The game was tight. Serena lost the first set 6-4 and got a warning for assaulting the stick because she hit it on the court out of anger. She served to make it a tiebreak when Clijsters was ahead 6-5 in the second set. On the other hand, Lions player Shinatsu Ribuchi called a controversial foot fault that stopped the game early. Serena got into a fight with a Lions player, which ended the match quickly. After 3 months, Serena was given an $82,500 fine and put on probation for 2 years. This is the worst punishment a tennis player has ever received. She later said she was sorry for what she did under a lot of pressure. She kept winning even after this loss. But she was told she had a pulmonary embolism in January 2010, which meant she couldn't play until June 2011. In 2012, the end of the season was rough for her because she lost a lot of games. Serena went back to the court where she had lost recently, determined to do better. The French tennis coach Patrick Mouratoglou helped her decide to stay in town and learn there for 3 months. It paid off for her to work hard. In 2013, she won 2 gold medals at the Olympics, 1 in singles and 1 in doubles. This was her 5th Wimbledon title. Serena became the oldest woman in tennis history to win the top spot. She then won her 5th US Open title, and at age 33, she became the oldest person to win the Australian Open. At 33 years and 289 days old, she is the oldest player. She won her 20th Grand Slam title at the French Open and then another one at Wimbledon. To get a Grand Slam, Serena won all 4 major titles at the same time, which is known as the Serena Slam. She was almost as good as Steffi Graf's record of 22 Grand Slam wins. She also completed the calendar year Grand Slam, which would have made her the first woman since 1983 to do so by herself. She beat Venus in Melbourne to win her 7th Australian Open title, which was more than any other player in the Open era. Serena shut down her haters, showing that she is the best in the sport. Because she was so well known, she had to go through drug tests more often than other players in her field. With all of her success, Serena became an activist. She didn't set out to be an inspiration, but she is one to millions of people. Her friends and family say she is honest and reliable. She worked with others to open the Serena Williams Secondary School in Mathuni, Kenya. In the United States, her organization also gives college scholarships to students who are struggling. The Serena Williams Fund and Helping Hands Jamaica worked together in 2016 to build the Salt Marsh Primary School in Jamaica's Trelawney Parish. Other tennis stars skipped their last day of practice for the Australian Open to show their support for the people who were hurt. Through the Williams Sisters Fund, they work on charitable projects that help victims of crime and encourage young people to go to school. When Serena started the Serena Williams Ultimate Fun Run in 2014, it became a yearly event to raise money for the foundation. Serena stopped skipping Indian Wells after 14 years in 2015. After 2 years, she became an ambassador for the Allstate Foundation's Purple Purse Project, which helps charities like the Elton John AIDS Foundation, Great Ormond Street Hospital, Hearts of Gold, the Common Ground Foundation, the Small Steps Project, the Hollyrod Foundation, the Beyond the Burrows National Scholarship Fund, World Education, the Eva Longoria Foundation, the Caliber Foundation, and the Cure for MND Foundation. In August 2009, Serena and Venus Williams gave $1 billion to the Miami Dolphins to become part owners. Serena was part of a group of all-female investors that won a new team in the National Women's Soccer League, NWSL, which is the best women's soccer league in the U.S. This was revealed in July 2020. Serena's involvement with the team, Angel City FC, brought more attention to it, even though her husband, Alexis, was the main investor with a small stake. The team started playing in 2022. There are also actresses, media figures, past U.S. women's national team players, and even Serena's oldest daughter in the ownership group. Serena became more involved in social activism as her work went on, and she used social media to voice her opinions. In 2016, she wrote on Facebook that she supported Black Lives Matter and was worried about the safety of her young nephew around police. In the same year, she wrote a public letter for Porter Magazine's Incredible Women of 2016 issue, in which she spoke out for equal rights for women and talked about her own experiences as a female athlete. She talked about the problem of unfair pay and how women's accomplishments are often not given as much credit as men's. Serena Williams has been known for a long time to be an activist, especially in black neighborhoods. In 2003, the NAACP President's Award was given to her for her work. The Jackie Robinson Sports Award will be given in 2023. Serena was known for her bright and daring style on the court, and her clothes often said something about her. She showed up to the 2004 U.S. Open in a denim skirt and knee-high wraps that looked like boots, but she wasn't allowed to play in them. Serena was in charge of her own clothes line called Interez. In 2009, she released her signature line of handbags and jewelry, which was mostly sold on the Home Shopping Network. In 2010, she even got her license as a nail tech to get ready for her nail line with Hair Tech. She famously couldn't wear a black cat suit from her Serena clothing line to the 2018 French Open because it was bad for her health after giving birth. To make a fashion statement, she wore a black skirt to the 2018 U.S. Open in response to what happened. She joined the board of Poshmark, an online clothing store, in February 2019. Later that same year, she released her clothing line, S by Serena, which was inspired by streetwear from the 1990s and made for people of all shapes and sizes. Tragedy hit out of the blue, shaking Serena to her core. When it comes to family and health, Serena Williams is married to Alexis, who helped to create Reddit. On December 10, 2016, they got proposed. On November 16, 2017, they got married in New Orleans. Kendall Jenner and Kim Kardashian. Their love story started in a strange way. She didn't know much about tennis, and Serena had never used Reddit. Even though they were from different worlds, they were clearly connected. They met by chance in Rome, got married in front of a lot of famous people, and now they have a daughter. Serena told the story of how they met for the first time in a 2017 Vanity Fair cover story. In Rome, they met at the Cavalieri Hotel. Alexis walked in while Serena and her friends were having breakfast and sat down right next to them, even though there were many other tables available. Serena saw his brave choice and asked himself why he chose that spot. One of Serena's friends told Alexis there was a rat close as a joke to get him to move. But he didn't seem to care. Serena finally asked him to join them because she liked him so much. This started a connection that quickly grew stronger. Serena asked Alexis to the French Open, which led to a strong friendship. Alexis showed how much he loved Serena by going to Paris just to see her play. The next day was one I will never forget. They talked and walked around the city for 6 hours, getting to know each other and quickly falling in love. In 2015, Alexis shared a picture from the US Open on Instagram with the words, "Don't mess with the Queen," written next to it. This made his feelings known. This playful honor gave them a hint of how close they were becoming. When it came to the proposal, Alexis really wanted something unique to happen. She went back to the Cavalieri Hotel in Rome with him, which is where they met the first time. He put flowers on the pool deck and set up a table for 2 people to talk. Alexis asked her to marry him in this beautiful place, and Serena later shared the touching details on Reddit's "I said yes" thread, which made many people cry. Serena got news that would change her life just 1 month after they got engaged. She noticed something was wrong with her body after a bad start to the year. Serena didn't just take 1 pregnancy test after a friend told her to. She took 5 tests, and all of them came back positive. She let him share the moment with her in her own unique way by giving him a paper bag with tests in it when she saw Alexis. Then, on April 19, 2017, she shared a Snapchat picture of her stomach with the caption, "20." This caused a lot of excitement and guessing because everyone knew Serena was going to have a baby. Later that same day, Serena's spokesperson revealed that she was indeed pregnant. The dates showed that when she won the Australian Open, she was about 8 to 9 weeks pregnant. Serena later said that she meant for the picture to be posted by accident. Serena gave birth to her first daughter, Alexis Olympia Ohanian Jr., who she playfully calls Olympia, on September 1, 2017. She was born through an emergency C-section because labor went wrong. Serena surprised Olympia with a doll named Kai Kai to celebrate her birth, and the doll quickly went viral on social media. In 2017, Serena showed how strong she was again when she saved her own life. Olympia had a hard time breathing after she was born. She thought it might be a lung embolism because she had had blood clots before. She left the room and quickly told a nurse that she needed a CT scan with contrast and 4-heparin so as not to worry her mother. At first, the nurse didn't pay attention to Serena's worries because she thought she was just confused from the pain medicine. Serena pushed, and in the end, a doctor did an ultrasound, which didn't show anything strange. Later, a CT scan showed that she had several blood clots in her lungs. She was hooked up to N4 right away to take care of the problem. It didn't end there, though. Serena had to cough a lot because of the blood clots, which made her C-section wound open again. While she was having another surgery, doctors found a hematoma in her belly. This was probably because of the blood thinners, to keep her lungs from getting any more blood clots. When she got home, she had to stay in bed for 6 weeks. Even though Serena is famous, her health care problems were similar to those of many women, especially women of color. A study from 2022 from the CDC says that Black women in the U.S. are almost 3 times more likely than white women to die during pregnancy. Serena talked about her battle with postpartum depression on Instagram, bringing attention to a problem that many Black women face. Women in the U.S. are 10% to 20% likely to have postpartum depression. Black and Latina women are 38% more likely to have it. A lot of them don't get help or screening. This condition can start in the third trimester and last after giving birth. It is often called postpartum sadness. The National Institutes of Health say that perinatal depression is a real medical problem that can happen to any mother, no matter her age, race, culture, education, or income. For all women, the biggest risk comes when their views aren't heard in medical situations. It's important to listen to mothers, especially since new and expecting moms often have stronger gut feelings about health issues. Serena found a lump on her neck in May 2023. Doctors told her it was a branchial cyst, which is a fluid-filled sac that forms under the skin. At first, her doctor said she didn't need surgery, but after more tests, they decided that she should have it removed. Serena posted a video from the hospital in which she thanked God that she was healthy after the surgery. Idris Riverahanian. Even with all of her problems and successes, Serena's life is still a great example of how to be strong and successful. Effects and accomplishments. Serena Williams is thought to be one of the best female tennis players ever. People who watched BBC Sport in 2017 chose her as the best female tennis player of the Open era. A lot of players and experts think she's the best female player ever. Roger Federer said in 2018 that she has a good case for being the best player of all time. In 2022, John McEnroe called her a hero and the worst goat ever. Sue Barker, a former French Open winner and BBC host, said that Williams' serve was the best ever. But people knew her serve well. Known for being fast and accurate, which led to a lot of aces. She hit a serve at 207 km per hour during the 2013 Australian Open. It was the third fastest served ever by a WTA player. Because she always threw the ball the same way, she could serve to any part of the court without much change. This made it hard for her opponents to guess what she would do next. As second serves, her kick and slice serve stopped double faults and made it hard for opponents to score easy points. Most of the most powerful forehand and backhand shots in women's tennis history have been hit by Williams. Both times, she hit with an open stance, hitting the ground hard, heavy, and accurately. She could hit wins from anywhere on the court with her powerful forehand, which was known for having top spin, both across the court and all the way down the line. People thought her backhand with both hands was one of the best. It was flatter than her forehand, but it was just as strong and accurate, giving every shot speed and depth. Serena Williams was very good at the net because she played a lot of doubles, even though she mostly played from the baseline. She often finished points at the net with a strong overhead smash, a finesse shot, or a powerful drive volley. People knew her for her fierce returns to serve. This made her known as one of the best returners in tennis history. She easily handled strong first serves and pounced on weak second serves. Serena was a tough defender who could block her opponent's charges and set up winning shots, even though she played aggressively. Her agility was truly amazing. On the court, she was known for being fast, quick, agile, stable, and coordinated. She had an advantage because she could make smart choices and build points, which let her play to her skills well. Christina McHale, an American player, said that Serena kept her cool under pressure and that Serena's ability to come back was especially impressive, especially in Grand Slam events. 3 Grand Slam matches she won when she had match points are a record that no other player can match. Even though she lost the first set, she went on to win 37 Grand Slam matches. John McEnroe thought she was the best fighter in the history of women's tennis because she could come back from being down in Grand Slam matches. The fact that she could serve aces at crucial times made her an even tougher rival. Serena got a $12 million endorsement deal with Puma after coming out of Driftwood Academy in 1999. In 2004, she signed a $40 million deal with Nike, which has continued to support her. Nike has also made custom clothes and shoes for her to honor her legacy on and off the court. The Serena Williams building is Nike's biggest building in Portland. It's 1 million square feet and is named after the tennis player who has worked with the company for a long time. John Hoke, Nike's chief design officer, said that Williams had a hand in designing the building, which makes it a real tribute to her life. Williams won her first Grand Slam in 1999 with Wilson's Hammer Stretch Series gear. She then moved to the Hyper Hammer line. In 2005, she used the Wilson N code for a short time. From 2008 on, she's stuck with different versions of the Wilson blade. The head of her racket is bigger, 104 square inches, so it fits her style and power. Wilson has been making unique rackets since 2017. As of 2019, she was named Female Athlete of the Decade by the Associated Press. As of now, she is the highest paid female athlete in history. Williams has also done well in sports. In 2015, she was named Chief Sporting Officer at Aston Martin. People have praised her and her sister Venus for making tennis more open to people of different backgrounds. Martin Blackman, the general manager of player development for the USTA, said that seeing two African-American girls from all walks of life has a big effect. Williams has also done a lot of good things for others. Avon gave her the Celebrity Role Model Award and the Young Heroes Award in 2003 for her work against breast cancer. The Family Circle and Prudential Financial Player Who Makes a Difference Award was given to her. She has been a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador since 2011 and works on their Schools for Asia program.